By the time I was 30 years old, I was already a millionaire. Now the objective of this video is not for me to boast that how did I make a wealth of $1 million, but to rather outline one specific key habit that I built in my journey to become financially independent. So what is that habit that I'm speaking about? So that habit is saving money and not spending on useless stuff. So through this video, I'm going to talk about 6 key items that I do not own, and I have no future plans of owning these for a substantial future at least. Just a very quick note that I would not be talking about specific brands, right? I would rather want you to comment what brands I'm talking about. Guess in the comments. I would love to read your comments. But on this video, I'm not going to go brand specific. Otherwise, talking negatively about billion-dollar brands, it might unnecessarily create problems for our YouTube channel. So I'm sure that you do not want me to do that. So let's get started. Now the first key item that I do not own is an expensive luxury car. I own an i20 car and have been owning it for the last 5 years. And for the next 5 years also I'm going to continue to own this car. Now why am I against owning luxury cars? Now first reason there is very simple, that car is actually a depreciating asset for majority of the people. Now what do I mean by that? Now, if you go and buy a Mercedes today from a showroom, so let's say for 50 lakhs, then you come out of the showroom and then if you have to return it, you literally change your mind, you just go back in the showroom and try to return it, there will be a 20-30% depreciation at least on that car. If you try to return it after a year, there would be a 40-50% at least depreciation on that car. So the point that I'm trying to tell you is very, very simple, that luxury cars are massively expensive and they have a massive depreciation attached with it. The value of the car goes down every single year. Therefore, it's a bad idea to invest in a car. The second reason why I don't own a car is because of the utility perspective. Now, I consider car as a utility. It gets me from point A to point B in a comfortable manner. That's it. That's what the utility of a car is for me. So I'm not in businesses where I have to go impress clients. For example, if I'm selling real estate, then maybe owning a good car myself might be useful for me. Since I mostly build internet-based businesses, therefore, I don't have any need of owning luxury cars because it anyways will not help me make any money. So I consider car as a utility. It just gets me from point A to point B in a comfortable manner. So as long as I have a convenient, decently comfortable car, I'm more than happy. Not an issue from my side. So if like me, you too believe that car is actually a utility product, not a luxury or an investment product, hit the like button. It would show me that you too believe in simple living philosophies. Let's move on to the next point. Now the second key item that I don't own is a house in a metro. Now I own multiple commercial properties in tier 2 and tier 3 cities in India because I believe that these smaller cities are going to exhibit higher growth rates. So therefore I buy commercial properties in tier 2 and tier 3 cities rather than buying a house in a metro. Now why am I not buying a house in a metro? So let me give you a very quick explanation, but if you want me to make a separate video, I'll do that. But very quick explanation is this. Let me explain this through numbers. Now let's say that you're buying a house in Gurgaon, right? So let's say that you buy a house for 2 crores in Gurgaon. Then for every 1 crore that you're investing in a house, so at most you're going to get 25,000 as the rental income. So if you're buying a house of 2 crore in Gurgaon, the maximum rental income that you will get from that house is 25,000 times 2, which is 50,000 INR as the rental income on a 2 crore house. Right? Now on the flip side, if I take these 2 crores and invest in a simple index fund in India, then the average return on a 20-year period for index funds in India have been around 12%, right? So I would have made 24 lakhs a year on that 2 crore investment in the index funds. Vis-a-vis, I would have made how much money? 50,000 times 12, which is 6 lakhs, right? So 24 lakhs here, 6 lakhs here. Now you might say that, hey Akshat, you're missing an important point because the price of the asset, which is the house, it also grows every year, right? So this 2 crore house should next year become how much? To compensate for the investment amount on the index fund. So index fund we were making 24 lakhs. Here we are making 6 lakhs from rental income and remainder 18 lakh should be asset appreciation. Now that asset appreciation is not happening in Delhi, Gurgaon or any other metro for that matter at such a rapid pace. Now this is a very simplified calculation that I am telling you, that the housing prices in major metros in India, they are not growing at a massive pace to justify the prices that are being quoted for these houses. So therefore, I'm not going to buy a house in any major metros, at least for a substantial future. Now you might say that, hey Akshat, why are you buying commercial properties and where are you buying commercial properties? So I'm buying commercial properties in tier 2, tier 3 cities in India because these cities are still underdeveloped, and once the growth happens in these cities, the property prices will also grow, similar to how they have grown in Gurgaon, Delhi already, right? That's one. Second question you might ask me that, hey Akshat, if you have to buy a house, where are you going to buy it? So I would probably personally prefer to buy a house where, number one, I'm going to stay long term. So Goa is one place which I absolutely adore and I would love to settle there. So Goa is one place where I would definitely look to buy a house. And the reason why I would want to buy a house in Goa is very simple, that still the property prices in Goa is not very high compared to Delhi NCR region or Mumbai. So essentially my strategy in terms of real estate investment is very simple, that buy commercial real estate in tier 2, tier 3 cities because the asset prices of those commercial properties will go up as the cities and towns start to grow. That's one. Number two, and these commercial properties generate a positive cash flow every month because I'm renting out these properties. So I get certain bit of cash flows from these properties as well. Number three, I do not subscribe to a certain streaming service in India which costs 750 rupees INR every month approximately, and it makes you scroll like a mad person, right? So guess the name of the company in the comment section. I'm not going to say it. Now, why do I not buy this particular streaming service? Very simple. So number one, I would have 2-3 different streaming services in that same price point of 750, 780 rupees a month very, very easily. So I would rather have 3 over 1. That's one. Number two, if I'm subscribing to this very expensive streaming service, I just end up scrolling a lot, right? I just literally end up wasting half my time, what I've allocated to watch something, in just scrolling. So if this happens to you, do let me know in the comment section. This definitely happens to me, that I just end up scrolling like a mad person on this streaming service. So it was just leading to a lot of wastage of time from my end. So I decided to discontinue it. My life has been very, very peaceful since then. So therefore, I have no plans, absolutely zero plans of again subscribing to this streaming service. Now you might say that, hey Akshat, what if a really good show comes into the picture? What happens to you then? Do you miss it? Probably no. What I'm going to do then is that, for example, if 4, 5, 6 such shows come in, so I'm going to batch it out. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to have a free month where I'm going to subscribe to this particular platform, watch all the shows and go out, right? So that's how I'm going to optimize the price and my time. So I'll batch it out and there will be no wasting of time in terms of mad scrolling. So I would know 5 shows, I would watch those, go out, right? So there is no wastage of time in terms of scrolling. Number two, I'm optimizing my ROI also, right? Because in, let's say, by paying 750, 800 rupees, if I'm getting to watch 5 or 6 shows for 800 rupees, then yes, that's good value for money and I would definitely buy it for that particular month itself and be done with it. So that is my strategy of using these streaming services well in a very mindful and thoughtful manner. The number 4th item on my list, which I do not own and have no plans of owning, are earphones without wires, which cost somewhere around 20,000 rupees. Guess again which earphones I am talking about. Would love to read your comments. I think all of you would get it right. Now here the principle is really, really simple. It makes no sense. It makes literally zero sense to me that earphones, if you buy good earphones in India, it costs you 350, 400 bucks. That's it. Maybe 500 bucks. If you're a music lover, then it's a different thing. But for normal people like me, 500-600 rupees earphones are more than enough. Right? I use 350-400 bucks earphones. That's it. I replace them every 5-6 months. That's good enough deal for me. I see absolutely no point in investing 18,000, 20,000 on an earphone, especially if you're not making professional music. I have no intention of appearing cool in front of camera. So I see absolutely zero value in buying these type of earphones. In case you own these earphones, I would love to know the reason why you are owning these earphones. And please don't take this part of this video as a criticism. I'm not trying to criticize you. These are just my personal choice that I would not own 18,000-20,000 earphones. It just doesn't make financial sense to me. I would not do it. But I understand that if you're a music lover, you might want to own it. Now, just one very quick point here. You might say that, hey Akshat, you know what? We love to hear music and we love to hear really sweet sounding music and therefore we own these earphones. Trust me guys, I have used both these products that I'm talking about. I borrowed my friend's earless earphones, 20,000 bucks. And I also have Apple earphones with the wire, right? So that Apple earphones with the wire cost 2,000 rupees separately. Honestly, not a major sound difference. I did not buy these 2,000 earphones also. I got them for free when I bought an iPhone. Why did I buy an iPhone? To shoot YouTube videos for you. Now, if like me, you have a frugal mindset and you use only 350, 400, 500 rupees earphones, give it a thumbs up because likes are free. Please do it. Now, fifth item on my list is expensive clothing. And I am averse to buying expensive clothes. Essentially, if I'm buying a t-shirt, I usually have a budget of 500-600 bucks. That's it, right? I do not buy t-shirts more than 600 bucks. Where do I buy it? I have said it multiple times. I buy majority of my t-shirts from Decathlon. These are very economical, good quality t-shirts. Sometimes I buy it from Arrow. That's another brand that I love, right? So these two brands, Arrow t-shirts are slightly more expensive, but I buy very few of those. On the shirt side, I usually spend somewhere around 1,000 to 1,200 bucks max because there are some formal meetings, so I have to invest a little bit of money there. I never spend more than 1,200, 1,250 rupees on a shirt. And I have jeans. I usually would buy like maybe 1-2 pair of jeans and mostly pajamas. Pajamas from Decathlon. Decathlon lowers. These are slightly expensive, but these are very long lasting, very comfortable. Love it. This is not a sponsored video. I genuinely love these products. Therefore, I'm talking about it. Because if I look at these products from a comfort size, from a return on investment side, from making a choice, making an easy choice perspective, it saves a lot of my time. Because if I go to a mall, if I try to buy a shirt or a t-shirt, it takes insane amount of money. I just go online, order it from Decathlon, works wonderfully well for me, right? So it's easy for me to buy also. It helps me save a lot of time. So bottom line is that since I'm not a fashion influencer and I have no goal of becoming a fashion influencer, so I tend to have very basic clothing and I make simple choices. So number 6 item on my list is my favorite item, which is coffee. So I'm a coffee lover. I have 4, 5, 6 cups of coffee sometimes. I only have black coffee. I really enjoy Nescafe black coffee. Simple, easy. Almost all of us would have had it. I recently started buying Tata Grand. I really enjoyed it. It's a taste preference. Again, both these brands super inexpensive. I enjoy having these type of black coffee. Very simple. Just boil water, pour a little bit of coffee and you're done. So that's the type of black coffee that I would have. That's it. Now, what type of coffee do I not spend money on? So there are certain brands where a simple black coffee, simple black coffee, which only consists of water and coffee, and if it's costing more than 200 bucks, I'm not going to have it. There are certain brands and coffee shops in India where they are selling black coffee for 350, 400 bucks. It's madness, and it's literally madness. Even Shark Tank host Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, even he does not spend a lot of money drinking coffees at these big coffee shops. He's a firm advocate of just having black coffee and making it yourself, because literally you can make coffee at home for 6 months what you would go and spend money on if you're just going to a coffee shop once. So I refuse to go to these type of coffee shops. I think it's a waste of money. I do sometimes go here, purely if it's a business meeting. So if it's a business meeting, of course I will go, I will order, I will have black coffee. I will happily spend 350 bucks, not because of that brand's coffee, but because of the fact that I'm having a business meeting and it's okay to indulge a little bit during business meetings. So the bottom line is, so once in a while having coffee at a coffee shop, it's fine, but don't make it a practice because it can burn a lot of money. Same is the concept of eating out. That don't go and start eating out almost every single week. Not good for your health, and again, not good for your pocket and budget. Now you might say that, hey Akshat, what is it that you are living for and what is it that you are spending your money on? So number 1, I spend a lot of money in terms of self-improvement material. Be it books, be it courses, be it learning something online, having paid membership of certain skill building platforms. So I'm a big advocate on investing your money in self-improvement forums. Now please note the word investing your money. Why? Because when you buy a book, when you buy a course, when you take mentorship from someone, the good part is that that's an investment in you. It can give you 4 or 5 good points that you can work upon yourself, and that gives you compounded return for your entire future. For example, let me give you another concrete example. I started learning about investing. I took a lot of courses. I learned from a lot of people. That skill has helped me make a lot of money. So that's a skill. Similarly, so when I was applying for management consulting jobs, I paid money to management consultants to speak to them, get their insights, so that I can apply, get better jobs. So that is the type of money that I'm okay spending with, because that is an investment, not an expense for me. Number 2, I love traveling and I have plans of traveling quite extensively going forward once the pandemic ends. I used to travel quite extensively in the past as well, but I will ramp it up when the pandemic ends. I believe that traveling is very important. It actually is a great time for families to bond together. It's a great way to learn about different cultures. It's a great way of gathering more experiences. So I would rather spend my money on traveling. Now, third and final item where I would be spending money a lot is personal trainers, right? So personal trainers in the sense, for example, if I'm looking to build my strength, then probably I'll go and hire a physical trainer. I've not done it yet, but language trainers I have hired in the past. Personal coaches that can help me think more clearly, that can make me more effective. For example, I'm trying to build my skill set in technology these days and learning more about newer technologies. I'm not a tech expert, so when I go and try to speak with tech experts, I'm very happy paying them money for their per hourly rates. So that is completely okay by me. So these are personal trainers that are again helping me become better at a skill that I want to become better at. So I hope this gives you an insight on how I think about money. So my core philosophy is very simple, that I tend to live a simple life. I do not indulge in unnecessary expenses, but I am happy making investments so that it helps me grow and it enriches my experience and it enriches my life in the process. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up. That would mean a lot to me, and I will see you the next time.